We're going to do now Be'ez Hashem Yisborach Masech Pesachim Mem Beis Omed Beis. We're using the old dafim from um, the ones that were printed before the Oiz V'Hader. 42 daf Mem Beis Omed Beis. Omer Yehuda ben Pazi. We're starting from Omer Yehuda ben Pazi. Tiposer Command the Omer Me'eskupas Yushalayim V'Lachutz. You can explain the Erblaz's din minaskupa doesn't mean askupas hazara from the doorpost of the zara. It means the doorpost from Yerushalayim. It means dafke bekahai gavna havderech l'choikel Erblazah. But the main meis muta b'Yerushalayim. The question was, we had a question before. If we hold that you potter, if you have no mitzvah whatsoever, so what does Erblazah say that Erblazah says it's a mitzvah? He says on somebody that needs a zara, it's a mitzvah. If he's outside of the zara, it's no mitzvah. No, so we say no. He's standing outside of the zara, but inside Yerushalayim. So he had no din of derech l'chayta. So there is a mitzvah on him. We're not talking. Can you answer back something that somebody's standing? You're right. Chutz Yerushalayim taka wouldn't be a mitzvah, but here we're talking to somebody that is in Yerushalayim. For him, it's a mitzvah, and for him, there is a good argument that how can you bring your eye from Rishus to a mitzvah? That's what Blazer is saying. Maybe because he's inside Yerushalayim. He has a mitzvah. And that's why Hazoy is doicha. It's not derech choyta. We're saying now that the new pshat, that the Blazer means a skupa Yerushalayim b'lachutz. But if he's from a skupa Yerushalayim b'lefnim, it's not a derech choyta. So now the Gemara goes, V'izbar nash omal rabbi oy chiluf. It's not a nice thing. We all know that Reb Akiva was a Talmud from Reb Lezer. How can it be that he should use such an expression to his Rebbe? It's like not a nice thing to say. Say just the opposite. And it's trying to tell him it's not even that. He's telling him a thing that doesn't make any. It's not true. He's saying if Azoy is not doicha, for sure Shchit is not doicha. Come on. Everybody knows it's not true. So what is he saying? If the Gemara, if you show Rebelezim Alamda Alocha Yivash, Nezoy Doicha Shabbos. V'kofer Bo B'Shasadin. The Fumi Kentzah Choechel. You're trying to remind them. The Gemara Bali says the same thing. You yourself told me once that Azoya is not doicha. So why are you changing your mind now? It's a new thing here. There's nothing to do with before. That you should know Machshir Shchita is doichas Shabbos. In general, then you need to sharpen the knife or something. Amar Bekiva, im Amar the Shchita sheyef shalala Shabbos doichas Shabbos. Tell me Machshir Shchita sheyef shalala soika me'ev Shabbos and doichas Shabbos. No. Equal is if it's efshem me'ev Shabbos, it's not doicha. This is a machlokes in the Gemara in Meshach Shabbos, but Machshir says a whole sugya there in Bless the Mila. That according to Blazer, all Machshirim are doicha even if it's efshal so it's mbedya. Amar Blazer, Yemur Tzibi Yechichu, Yochel so it's Shah Shabbos, doicha Shabbos. The lach is a carbon. You bring Shabbos a carbon tomid or a musaf. You makte the emur and boy b'yayim, even though you can wait till after Shabbos. You don't say that you could do it later. Manach she mitzvah the fnei shchita, manach she shchita the ach shchita. We see that it doesn't. Doicha Shabbos, even though you can do it later. So even then, even if you can do it earlier. Amar Rebbe Akiva, mal machshir shchita, la'ach shchita, doicha Shabbos, shekvar dochas shchita Shabbos. It's kvar nitche. In other words, since you were shechter already, so you're already doicha, so you can continue with the maktas on day more. Yitchu machshir shchita, the fnei shchita, ba'dayin loy dochas shchita Shabbos. Before you did any dechia, who says you can be doicha now sharpening the knife? Different problem might happen. Let's say that the carbon is puzzle. Compose that you did a malacha, you prepared yourself a knife, and you didn't do any mitzvah. So Achash Shchita, we know that Zebach is kosher. Okay, you can be doich, but before that, who knows if you going to do a mitzvah? Gab a tinnik ma'islach. Also by bris mila. Also shem yechel tinnik. You're sharpening the knife to make a bris mila, and the while the tinnik is going to become sick. He won't be able to do the mitzvah. That's why it's not doich the chshire before the mitzvah. Hasivan. So they asked the question: Harei mizbeach shenofal b'shabbos and any oil libas me'esma. According to according to Rabbanon, if it's ef shel asoyisam, it is doiche. What's the Allah according to Rabbanon if a mizbeach falls on Shabbos? It falls down, falls apart. You obviously not allowed to build it. According to Rabbanon, we say that if it's ef shar, then it's doiche. So my answer is mean mizbeach or libonis. It's not to do this particular. It's the kind, the concept. A mizbeach is a thing that you can build before Shabbos. Same thing, and we'll ask another few questions. You can't cut if it happened mamish now on Shabbos. So why shouldn't it be going to Chachamim? And if they go same thing, it's the kind, it's the nature of a yaboilas that it's usually there before. So you could usually do it before that. Same thing. Answer the same question. Same thing. Punkt happened that he became Tomei 7 days before Pesach, and the 7th day is Erev Pesach, and it's Shabbos. What do you do? He can't make a Zoya, couldn't do it before this. Couldn't do it from Erev Shabbos. If you go same steret, Mina Zoya Roya. The nature of a Zoya is a thing that you can do from Beit Yom. Punkt now, it happened in such a case that he can't, but it is a thing that you could do. So we're talking only about things that it's in the nature itself, you cannot do it before Shabbos. That is obviously by Shchita, there's no such thing, but we can talk about let's say an example, a machshir that you cannot do me'esmel. So it has to do with grinding spices, if I remember properly. The Gemara says certain things that if it gets not fresh, so it's machshir she'yef shel me'esmel. If I remember properly, that's what the Gemara brings down to the base. That's a mashal machshirim she'yef shel esmel. Zog the Elige Mishnah. Einmal sei mevin immer chagige. Only if Erev Pesach is choil, then you bring a chagige. But tahara ibe memuet. Also, only if it comes with tahara ibe memuet. Memuet means that, very interesting language. Memuet means there's not enough meat. Memuet means the Pesach is little. It means everybody gets. It usually means the opposite. Here it means that each person is getting very little Pesach to eat. Or people have enough Pesach meat. Betuma. That's how loch. You don't bring a chagiga. It's not like a Shabbos, not like a tumah. It's not only use it if there's not enough meat for the people to eat. Chagiga is about min atzoyim, min abaka, min aksav, min izem, min ascham, min akevet, the chedesh, the yom b'la. Echad it is you can eat it for 2 days. The Gemara, Tony. Chagiga sabasa is about min amaisa. Chagiga sabasa comes from maisa. Yanka ba'achim shem shmu ba'aba zoyse meres shu b'shus. You see from this that it's a rishus. You can bring it from Ma'aser Sheni. Must be that it's not Dovish B'choive. The call is Dovish B'choive. You cannot use Ma'aser Sheni money for it. In time B'choive, Dovish B'choive b'on Ma'aser. Tone Chagiga Abba Pesach is a Nechel Tchila. Nechel Seiva. It's brought down halacha that first you eat a Chagiga. If there's very little Pesach, we say we bring it along a Chagiga. So you want it. If you eat the Pesach Seiva, it means you shouldn't be starving. You eat it already when you're not very, not so hungry. Like this, you eat it with a relaxed and more geschmack. Who cares? Let him. What's so important that you should eat the Pesach? After the Gemara, that's if he'll eat it and he's extremely hungry still, he might break a bone. So we say first you should calm down your hunger, but and then you can eat the Pesach. Tana. Chagiga ba im Pesach. Chagiga that comes along with the Pesach. You have to burn together the same day. In other words, even though it's halacha that you can eat it for 2 days, but it's not done lamaisa because you always choishes that it got mixed up with a little bit of the Pesach. I don't understand what's the pshat in this. What's going on here? Pesach you can eat takat only to chatzos. Tamer v'tamer hochen. Why should you say such a thing? And for the Gemara, ba'ila ala shulchan. Since it's in the same table, it had blias, and that's why you have to be machmer on the chagiga to burn it together with the Pesach. You cannot eat it. You cannot eat it for 2 days actually. The shilm or not only that. Let's see other stuff you bought with the Pesach. You bought potatoes. Whatever you bought, you have to burn it together with the Pesach. You can learn from this. Hahein, the oichel and chumetz is a certain meichel from milk. Bedaita meichel kuppe that when he wants to eat meat, tzarich mevar pisses. He has to take all the bread and take it off the table. Let's say he ate the bread with butter or some kind of lakshan of some milchige stuff. He cannot eat. He has to take all the bread that was on the table. You know this. They do this today. This is halacha brought down Shulchan Aruch. And the bread was on the table. You cannot use for fleische gesuda. Atkan daf mem beis amid beis.